What's between your ears? Is it actual grey matter or simply black mold? Let's find out, shall we? Welcome back, lab rats. It's time for another round of science and tech trivia, where the questions are sharp, the answers are exact, and your tiny human brains will most likely short-circuit halfway through. Don't worry, though. If you fail spectacularly, just blame it on bad Wi-Fi or a faulty calculator. Let's see if you're a genius, or just a walking 404 error. What is the fastest land animal on Earth? Cheetah. What is the process of liquid water turning into vapor called? Evaporation. Which planet is known as the Red Planet? Mars. A photic sneeze is often caused by what stimuli? Bright sunlight or sometimes bright lights. What is the largest internal organ in the human body? Liver. What does HTTP stand for in website addresses? Hypertext Transfer Protocol. What instrument is used to view very small objects, such as cells? Microscope. Who is credited with formulating the 3 laws of motion? Isaac Newton. What part of the cell contains genetic material in the form of DNA? Nucleus. The emperor penguin inhabits which continent? Antarctica. What is the process by which plants make their own food using sunlight? Photosynthesis. What is the most abundant gas in Earth's atmosphere? Nitrogen. What is the measure of stored energy in food called? Calorie. What part of the body is affected by glaucoma? The eyes. What is the name of the first successful polio vaccine's creator? Jonas Salk. What was the first video game to gain widespread popularity in arcades in 1972? Pong. The Wankel engine, also known as a rotary engine, was invented in which country? Germany. What is the smallest unit of an element that still retains its properties? Atom. Name the only canine that can climb trees. Grey fox. Which metal is essential in hemoglobin and gives blood its red color? Iron. What is the deadliest jellyfish in the world? Box jellyfish. What device did Thomas Edison perfect that could record and play back sound? Phonograph. What type of energy is produced by moving water? Hydroelectric energy. Which material did Charles Goodyear develop the vulcanization process for in 1839? Rubber. Which scientist is known as the father of modern chemistry? Antoine Lavoisier. What is the basic unit of life? The cell. Who was the first man to return safely from space? Yuri Gagarin. What is the primary gas found in the sun? Hydrogen. What is the only planet that rotates clockwise on its axis? Venus. Cetology is the study of what? Whales, dolphins, and porpoise. What is the most common blood type in humans worldwide? O positive. What is measured in amperes? Electric current. What is the only mammal capable of true sustained flight? Bat. In physics, what force keeps planets in orbit around the Sun? Gravity. What is the study of earthquakes called? Seismology. What organ in the human body regulates blood sugar using insulin? Pancreas. Which desert is the largest hot desert in the world? Sahara Desert. Catoptrophobia is the fear of what? Mirrors. Which organ in the human body contains the cochlea, vital for hearing? Ear, inner ear. Which scientist discovered penicillin in 1928? Alexander Fleming. What is a female kangaroo called? A doe, a flyer, or a gill? What is a collection of penguins known as? Rookery, waddle, or a colony? Which part of the electromagnetic spectrum has the shortest wavelength? Gamma rays. What sensory organ do starfish have at the end of each arm? An eye. Which natural resource is refined to make gasoline? Crude oil, petroleum. What planet in our solar system has the shortest day, completing a rotation in about 10 hours? Jupiter. What is the study of fungi called? Mycology. What fruit was once called a Persian apple? Peach. Which metal has the highest electrical conductivity? Silver. In physics, what does E equals mc squared describe the relationship between? Energy, mass, and the speed of light. Which scientist coined the term radioactivity? Marie Curie. What was the first spacecraft to successfully land on Mars in 1976? Viking 1. Hyperopia is the scientific name for what eye condition? Farsightedness. What scientist is known for developing the periodic table of elements? Dmitry Mendeleev. What is the name of the tallest grass in the world? Bamboo. What is the main gas responsible for the greenhouse effect on Earth? Carbon dioxide, CO2. Bruxism is a medical term for when a person does what? Grinds their teeth. What language does the word algebra come from? Arabic. What is the branch of science concerned with classifying organisms? Taxonomy. What is the most common noble gas in Earth's atmosphere? Argon. And there we have it. Another experiment in human intelligence, and let's just say the results weren't exactly Nobel-worthy. If you managed to keep your circuits from frying, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell. Consider it your contribution to scientific progress. Until next time, stay curious. or at least slightly less clueless. Melvin, out! Before you scuttle off to your earthly distractions, may I suggest indulging in one more of my mind-melting masterpieces? You're welcome.